Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Acaro and Marshal Catalo await you within.
The cool route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaro's throne. And ether.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
This must lead to the arena. It's another part of the ruins.
Noche, gente bonita, ¿cómo están ustedes el día de hoy? Me dieron un traje nuevo. ¡Ásala, chindro! No, pues está mejor el que traigo. Sí, bueno, este sí está bien chingo, güey.
Aloy, it seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heel. Literally.
Catalo helped.
Yes. Tekote reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well. But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regala will come from you.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Catalo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regala means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
Carlitos. Aquí echándole ganas.
The grove, the arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the Ten. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Sacrifice?
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the cool route where they fell.
What exactly is the cool route?
Where once the clans fought each other, now we fight as one, against the machines.
Híjole, si
that is my law
made
made manifest in the cool route. Each clan must send contestants whenever I call for the ritual. These challengers face trial by combat against machines in this arena. Those who distinguish themselves become marshals who bind the tribe together as peacekeepers.
You called them peacekeepers, but the marshals I met at the embassy were warriors.
Warriors, yes, but more. They renounce the clan that birthed them and pledge themselves to order and peace. They enforce my law. They settle disputes and stand for Tanakh in parley with other tribes. Without them, I cannot rule.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
Gente miserable.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the Ten. I'll see you when this is done.
and strength.
The spirit of the Na'vi is found in the gods.
That lowlander challenger is
The title Marshal must be earned.
A mí sí de plano no me llama la atención. No sé por qué, pero a mí no me llama la atención.
Mr. Cote, aesthetics, of course.
Look, comrade. Chief's champion. What an honor.
Mr. Cote fixed his ego before coming here. Hikaro's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
And look,
Pues es que ya no sabes, es que también Steam la tiene, te la pone muy fácil para... Te la pone muy fácil precisamente para eso, para sus procesos y esas cosas. Ellos mismos son los que provocan que esas cosas pasen, o sea, suena gacho, pero es cierto, güey. Si Steam tuviera una política, es que lo que pasa es que ser pro consumidor también es contraproducente.
take them down, and Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed. Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the cool route from below. But from above...
Not bad. Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
The cool route is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood!
No, y hay mucha gente que lo va a jugar en Steam, lo va a devolver y luego va a tirar mierda. Por la simple y sencilla razón de que...
Challengers, approach!
Ahorita sí hay mucha comunidad y muchos güeyes que están tirándole hate al juego nomás porque salió en PlayStation. Entonces yo imagino que va a haber gente que va a decir, chingan de juego, no sé qué nos quejando, nomás salió en PlayStation, no salió en consola. Chingan a su madre, chingan su De hecho, que yo sepa, no, lo de PC y PlayStation tiene mucho tiempo sucediendo, no de ahorita. Es desde PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 y PlayStation 3 ya tenían, desde aquel entonces ya tenían planes de crear un ya tenían planes de hacer un juego cruzado por Square Enix.
Defend the cool route.
Acomodas lata. mucho del asunto con las exclusividades. Mucho del asunto de las exclusividades tiene que ver con la compañía que hace el juego, no con la compañía de la consola a la que va, güey. Y esa es otra cosa que la gente no entiende, güey. Que no tiene que ver Sony, güey, ni con el precio ni con la distribución. Eso lo tiene que ver la compañía que negocia con la. En este caso, por ejemplo, ahorita hay un pedo por lo del. ¿Cómo se llama? De que si quieres la versión de PlayStation 5 del ¿cómo se llama? Ahorita lo del... Pues es que sí, güey, o sea... Mira, de alguna manera Sony ya tiene que estar capitalizando la consola. O sea, ya tiene que capitalizar que la consola de PlayStation 5 existe. Entonces, si ahorita todavía le siguen dando apoyo al entendiendo una cosa. Capitalizar el hecho de que tienes una consola nueva en el mercado es buena idea. Le da mucha perspectiva a tu mercado. El problema es que el hecho de que tengamos una pandemia, o hayamos tenido una pandemia, no se los hace más fácil ni a Microsoft, ni a Nintendo, ni a... Porque sacaron un montón de... Sacaron consolas de nueva generación, con todo y que había la pandemia y que posiblemente la economía no iba a estar tan chida. Lo que quería hacer Jim Ryan desde el principio era algo que hizo Microsoft y Nintendo desde hace muchos años, que era matar la pinche consola, la vieja, y echar a andar la nueva. Eso era lo que planeaba Sony, pero la pandemia...
Hold the defenses. Go.
Entonces, Sony sigue teniendo la misma visión para PlayStation. Quiere darle, ¿cómo se llama? Quiere darle proyección a... Bueno, no la necesita, pero ya también lo que necesita es impulsarla hacia adelante. Eso es lo que necesita Sony ahorita. Entonces, por eso tomaron la decisión de que este iba a ser el último juego que iba a tener esa característica de la actualización gráfica. Entiendan muchas cosas, y a lo mejor suena bien culero para sonar medio hater. Todo lo que está intentando Microsoft a como de lugar es jalar gente, porque sabe que las generaciones desde hace mucho las tiene perdidas.
Still in this fight.
Tengo todo eso.
Let's bring this thing down. It's too close. Lure it away from the ballista.
Y eso de que Microsoft ha estado pugnando porque la gente se vaya a su consola, no es nuevo. Ah, no. Sí, el problema ahorita que tiene Microsoft, bueno, lo ha tenido desde hace muchos años, es que no ha podido dar una con lo que ofrece. O sea, ya intentó, o sea, ya le copió a Sony lo de porque es cierto, o sea, PlayStation Plus fue antes que o sea, primero fue el servicio de Gold. Pero de plus fue lo del asunto este de... Ah, mames. Te mata de uno la chingadera. O sea, la idea del plus fue como un poquito más innovadora, güey. Pagar la suscripción para que tuvieras juegos y tuvieras ventajas. Porque yo desde entonces... Sí, exactamente. Games with Gold lo empezó a hacer precisamente a raíz de que en PlayStation se estaba dando esta situación de que ellos habían conseguido primero que las empresas les soltaran las licencias de los juegos para regalarlas. Bueno, regalarlas entre comillas, por parte de PlayStation. Digo entre comillas porque pues, sí es algo que hay que decir que es entre comillas.
I'm in position! Let's bring this thing down! Machine's too close! I can't fire! Here goes nothing! Take that, machine! Reloading! Ready! More ammo. Ah!
Otra vez ese pinche ataque. Sí, la verdad desde todo empezó en el Xbox One de que ya no pudieron. Por la metida de pata que tuvieron al principio de la generación. Ya no se pudieron recuperar y PlayStation de ahí tomó las riendas y ¿sabes qué, güey? Ahora nos toca a nosotros. Nintendo trae cosas buenas para su comunidad y su consola, nada. o sea, la neta, yo siento que Nintendo no es una compañía que avance con el tiempo. O sea, se dieron cuenta que en algún momento... El problema para mí que tiene Nintendo... Yo neta, yo se los he dicho, quería mucho a Nintendo, me gustaba mucho Nintendo, pero el problema que tiene Nintendo es que se dio cuenta en algún momento de que no podían competir en tecnología. Primero se dio cuenta que no podía contra Sega, porque esa guerra de consolas, por así decirlo, entre Nintendo y Sega en los 90, tecnológicamente la ganó Sega. Porque la consola de Sega sí estaban... Las consolas de Sega sí estaban muy cabronas, eran mucho mejores tecnológicamente hablando que ¿cómo se llama? Que las de Nintendo. Pero el problema que tuvo Sega fue, número uno, la manera en que Sega comercializó la consola, porque eran dos tipos de, ¿cómo se llama? De idea de comercialización en Japón y en Estados Unidos. Y ese fue el principal factor por el que Sega terminó fracasando con el tiempo. Pero tecnológicamente Sega estaba muy por encima de Nintendo. No, y también cosas todavía más raras que eso. O sea, el hecho de cómo Nintendo despreció a las personas que le dieron la protección. Lo que pasó con Junpei Yokoi, el creador del Game Boy, que básicamente lo dejaron morir y lo abandonaron bien culero. Entonces... Nintendo en algún momento se dio cuenta de que tecnológicamente ya no era lo que la gente esperaba de ellos. Luego fue el 64, que tecnológicamente estaba mucho mejor que el PlayStation. El asunto o la diferencia más grande es que las tecnologías eran distintas.
And all who stand with Hikaru will be run red.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be.
Sí, en algún momento, y de hecho Nintendo sí tuvo su pico tecnológico con el cubo. La neta, el cubo sí estaba muy chido esa consola. Pero yo me imagino que no podía enfrentar las prestaciones adicionales que, por ejemplo, tenían las consolas de PlayStation. O sea, con tal de no usar los formatos, con tal de querer ser siempre diferentes e innovadores, entre comillas, el cubo fue su última gran consola. Precisamente por eso, por quererse ver muy innovador y decir, es que no quiero que me pirateen mi consola, como pasó con el PlayStation 2 cuando salió, que la piratearon así luego que salió. Ellos no querían eso, ellos querían que ¿cómo se llama? Que fuera una consola única, sin un baluarte, sin mamón. Ellos pudieran decir que solo ellos tenían esa tecnología y resultó que... No.
There. That console. Come on, Aether. Time to go home. Yes. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Aether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the Ten are now clear to us. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Kain saw years ago. All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived.
Muchas veces el problema es hacer una cosa y decir otra. Que es lo que pasa muy seguido por ejemplo, Xbox. Pasa muy seguido con Xbox que dicen una cosa y le sale completamente otra distinta, y a la hora de que saben que esa cosa no cumple con la expectativa que querían los fans, ni piden disculpas, solamente dan como pretextos.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hikaru.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Ya hemos tenido esta plática muchas veces también, o sea... Phil Spencer vino a...
Reporting for duty, Commander.
O sea, le encomendaron, me imagino que le encomendaron el trabajo de limpiar el cagadero que había dejado Don Matrix cuando pasó lo del Xbox One.
And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore.
Yo se los dije, o sea, según, bueno, no según, o sea, lo que yo he estado investigando al respecto es que Microsoft no quería que le pasara lo que le pasó a otras compañías con lo de las cosas de las licencias, sobre todo en el 360. Por eso pusieron DMR en las consolas de Xbox.
There's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours. Should be interesting.
Puedes meterlo por las dos. Por ejemplo, PlayStation tiene un... Sí tiene DMR PlayStation. Las cosas de PlayStation tienen un DMR. Pero ese DMR es por fecha. Por ejemplo, el Plus tiene una especie de firma digital, por así decirlo. No, lo puedes meter por los dos, güey. O sea, puedes crear una placa base que ya traiga el DMR incorporado en algún chipset, güey. O sea, lo puedes hacer también por ¿cómo se llama? Por hardware también lo puedes hacer, güey. O puedes crear protocolos que trabajen en conjunto para por ejemplo, una cosa de DMR, una cosa de licencia, una cosa de permiso de uso, bien sencilla, güey, son los bans. Cuando te banean, güey. Cuando te banean, güey. Así de simple. Aunque ese es como un DMR en dos vías, porque se supone que en el momento en el que tú aceptas una condición o algo, ellos le ponen al sistema, por ejemplo en el caso de PC, ellos cuando tú le das que sí, güey, ellos dentro del sistema donde viene el archivo del juego, de la utilidad que estás usando, ponen te inyectan un gusano, güey, que eso es ¿cómo se llama? Es normal, güey. En una aplicación, güey, también es normal, güey, ese pedo de que te pongan ahí algo para que tú, ¿cómo se llama? Para que el momento de que tú incumplas, pelas, güey. Hay un rootkit, algo así se llaman rootkits. Porque son dos vías. Son funciones de dos vías. Digo, yo no sé mucho de programación, pero más o menos entiendo cómo funcionan. Entonces, por software, por hardware, tú puedes implantar un chip que reconozca esa señal de segunda vía o de segunda que nada más reconozca el código de ese protocolo, güey. Con eso ya banana. Entonces, por ejemplo, el DMR que tiene PlayStation con el Plus es la cuenta de regresiva de cuánto tiempo te queda de la suscripción, güey. Eso es algo muy común. O más bien, no sé, yo lo veo como DMR porque es el uso de la licencia del servicio. Pero igual y puede ser interpretado de otra manera, o sea, igual puedo estar equivocado. Pero yo lo veo así, güey, porque es una limitante de uso del servicio que es más o menos lo que es el DMR. Aparte de que Microsoft es el exponente por excelencia de esa madre. Por el hecho de que ellos ya no están manejando juegos físicos. Dense cuenta de eso. Microsoft ya no maneja juegos físicos. El juego físico es meramente un opener para el uso del servicio del ¿cómo se llama? Ahora sí que es un CD key, güey. Pues de hecho una de las políticas que tiene PlayStation es, si no está el juego completo jugable día 1, no te lo dejo poner en la tienda. Si no está el juego jugable día 1, no te lo dejo poner en la tienda. Así de sencillo tiene esa política de Sony. Por eso tú puedes jugar, metes cualquier juego de CD, de cualquier juego, de cualquier compañía, y no te tiene por qué pedir una actualización. Fuera de línea no tiene por qué pedirte una actualización, cosa que los juegos de Xbox sí hacen. los juegos de Xbox, en cuanto a la consola, es que es cuenta que la consola tiene el protocolo de decir, güey, si recibes esta información de aquí a tanto tiempo, necesito que la valides. PlayStation no. PlayStation no pide validación digital. Y Microsoft en cada actualización actualiza la base de datos de las cosas que se supone que deben de estar en la consola. Y ahí es donde te chinga el DMR. O ahí es donde te chinga el hecho de que, por ejemplo, dice, en esta actualización vamos a meter una base de datos para la actualización de todos estos juegos. Entonces, ya se ejecuta el protocolo que le dice, güey, si no tienes actualización de este juego no puedes jugar, güey. Y en PlayStation no. Quitaron eso precisamente por el hecho de que se iban a causar broncas, de que la gente quería... Hay gente, aún a fechas de ahora, que no tiene internet para jugar en línea o no para acceder a los servicios. Sí, es lo que te digo, o sea, ellos ya tienen un protocolo en donde le dicen al sistema, cuando hacen una actualización del sistema, le dicen, ¿sabes qué, güey? Todos estos juegos que son de aquí en adelante, necesitan actualización, si no, no se pueden jugar. Así, tal cual. No, me falta platinar el Uncharted 4. Me falta el Uncharted 4. De hecho lo ando consiguiendo, lo presté y ya no me lo devolvieron. Exactamente. Y de hecho creo que ahí nada más se crea una licencia. Creo que ahí nada más puedes crear una licencia por juego. No me acuerdo bien. Pero de todos modos creo que los juegos de Smart Delivery no tienen... La actualización no está tan chida, o sea, no mejora como estos. Como por ejemplo el Jedi Fallen Order, no mames, güey, cambia un chingo. Y creo que esa actualización en el Xbox One no está así de completa.
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha.
They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Varl said you might need some help after all. Doing, complicated things.
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
No, tan solo a mí es lo que donde más me di cuenta del Jedi Fallen Order fue en el gráfico, sí se ve muy mamón.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Pues es que como dicen, se pueden hacer muchas concesiones con los juegos o sea, Nintendo puede apegarse a ese límite de los 32 GB por cartucho y no hay problema. El problema es que los resultados no van a ser particularmente buenos, no van a tener juegos particularmente gráficos buenos. Técnicamente que no tengan broncas.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone, or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
No los emula, los tienes, es que es eso que hace Nintendo con lo de los juegos que no puede cargar, es directamente streaming. Pero el problema es que la consola no tiene los elementos para poder manejar la cantidad de datos que requiere ese juego. Eso es lo que le pasa a Nintendo. Eligieron esa opción porque no les quedaba de otra por no poder meter los juegos en su ecosistema natural.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Digo yo, a lo mejor sí me escucho un poco hater cuando digo estas cosas, pero...
I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Oh, Aloy. Your Karja friend came through. She went to that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
No vamos a esperar.
go after Eleuthia. Erend and Varl are waiting for me at the west exit.
There she is.
El asunto es que, como dicen...
There's something I need to...
Okay.
Gaia, what's this room?
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. And while those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed, I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Well, that's something. Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private.
Looks like this room's changed. Is that your doing, Gaia?
Yes. I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. I overheard that Varl and Erend are to accompany you on a mission. Do you require my assistance?
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done. May the Ten walk with you.
Vamos a la.
Yeah. What do you say?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Well, that takes the keg.
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
Gracias, Guma.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
Bienvenido.
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah.
Miren,
well,
la
go do
bronca
your thing. I'll wait here.
Tomen en cuenta esto que también es muy importante.
The Spectre had instructions to
Ese tipo de cosas del 4K y los 120, los 60 son meramente son cuestiones técnicas que nos venden para hacernos más atractivo el producto, güey. Son promesas, güey. Sino lo que pasó, por ejemplo, en la época de PlayStation 3 fue que nos vendieron el 1080, güey, así como de no mames, güey. 1080, güey. Cuando en realidad había muy pocos juegos que en realidad corrían a 1080, güey. Sobre todo en PlayStation no había juegos de 1080, güey. Y sin embargo, muchos de los mejores juegos gráficamente hablando y técnicamente hablando eran de PlayStation. Dígase los Uncharted, The Last of Us, los Killzone.
Almost.
También por ejemplo, el hecho de que en Xbox también hubiera... En Xbox sí hubo juegos de 1080. Fue creo que el Halo y el Gears. Las sagas de Halo y Gears. Pero con el grandísimo bemol de que técnica y gráficamente no estaban tan chidos, güey, como los de PlayStation.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Entonces, como no se logró el 1080 en PlayStation 3, no lo vendieron en PlayStation 4 donde sí era posible, güey, hasta cierto punto.
Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Entonces, ahorita estamos llegando... Exactamente. Lo que pasa es que ahorita quieren vender... Desde mi punto de vista quieren vender la ilusión de que estamos muy cerca de llegarle a PC.
Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Miren, les voy a decir una cosa, así honestamente. Ya el puro hecho de que los juegos hayan llegado a 60 frames, ya con eso. Y no es algo nuevo, porque un juego de peleas, y yo se los expliqué, un juego de peleas no puede funcionar a menos de 60 frames. Los juegos, todos los juegos de pelea, desde Street Fighter para acá, bueno, Street Fighter 2 para acá, todos tienen que ser a 60 frames, güey. Si no empieza a haber fallos con las animaciones de los personajes.
They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Yo definitivamente siento que el logro más grande de las últimas dos generaciones de juegos es llegar a niveles como este.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some
Yo ya
kind
se
of
los he dicho varias veces.
old-world ruin
Y he
down
sido
here.
muy reiterativo con eso.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of
No
Kain,
es la
right?
tecnología, sino el talento.
Yeah,
güey.
from the proving lab.
Si no tienes talento para
So maybe
usarlo,
they
las
were after
herramientas que te
Eleuthia.
dan, entonces,
Found its hiding
¿qué
spot,
chingos te sirve
so it sent
tenerlas,
the
güey?
distress signal.
Maybe.
A mí se me hace más importante que la gente use las cosas correctamente y con el talento debido y que logre cosas importantes a que simplemente tengan las cosas y digan, no, pues ahí están. ¿Sirven? No, pues sí sirven, güey. Porque mucha gente hace eso. Y es el ejemplo de lo que está haciendo Microsoft ahorita. Dice, compramos talento, güey. Le damos tecnología, güey, pero si luego, güey, ¿qué sigue? Y es por lo que ahorita, y yo se los dije, el Halo Infinite está bueno, está
Looks like
chingón,
some
pero
kind
a
of
mí me
data center.
gustó. El
Might be
problema
able
que
to
tiene es
access
que
the
se le
facility
ve a
systems from the
leguas
console.
todas las manos que estuvieron metidas en el desarrollo del juego. Fueron 3 equipos distintos y ninguno pudo darle lo que... Ninguno le dio
I've
al
never seen a
clavo con esa
transmitter like
madre.
this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Porque se ven los pedazos de las tres compañías de juegos, se ven los
This was a
pedazos de cada
Zenith
una.
research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia is gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Muy gracioso, imbécil. Sí, esa es la bronca, güey. Vuelvo a lo mismo, no... Microsoft no crea semilleros como lo hace PlayStation. Ellos quieren los resultados rápidos.
Well, knowing Far Zenith,
Find anything that might
probably
tell us what
discovering
the
amazing
asset
things.
is?
I don't think so.
O sea, en vez de crear un semillero en donde tú digas, güey, aquí tengo gente que me puede sacar este proyecto adelante, recordarán... Bueno, yo lo jugué un rato, no se me hizo tan malo. El State of Decay 2. El único problema que tenía ese juego era que era igualito al de Xbox 360 al primero.
Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is,
era idéntico mal pedo.
Somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
No tenía ninguna mejora así destacable.
How
No
is
tenía...
Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia,
Gráficamente era
Zeniths, the focus.
casi igual.
It's a lot.
The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
No, let's find out.
Pero el juego no era malo. El problema es que no tenía historia, güey. Era un juego medio hueco. Pero era entretenido, era bien entretenido. O sea, estaba muy entretenido el State of Decay 2. Y si lo jugabas con alguien más. Pero vuelvo. ¿De qué te sirve tener ese potencial si no lo vas a desarrollar correctamente?
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log. Maybe this one.
Nothing.
Dos, tres, siete.
236 containers in storage.
Sacarle defectos a las consolas o a las compañías, se trata de que la realidad ha hablado, la historia ha hablado, nos ha presentado las cosas tal y como son. El problema es que hay gente que no las va a ver, no las quiere ver y las verá.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Var on the clone.
Y digo, yo aviso, la razón de por qué yo no tengo un Xbox no es porque no me gusta la consola, es porque no puedo pagar tantas suscripciones.
Ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick. Okay, well, it's covered in acid.
Exactamente, güey, pero hazle entender a la gente que no... Sí, el aspecto técnico no tiene nada que ver. O sea, más bien la resolución es...
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
El asunto de la resolución tiene que ver con dos cosas. No, también tiene que ver cómo programas el juego, güey. O sea, no nos equivoquemos. La resolución también tiene que ver con el talento para optimizar la información que tienes.
I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Pero el asunto no es ese, güey. El asunto es... La resolución viene dentro del marco técnico. De que no haya glitches, que no haya bugs, que se vea bien.
Aloy!
Que tenga buena jugabilidad, güey.
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Sí, y definitivamente los 60 frames es más que suficiente.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
60 frames tiene que bastar, güey.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield up. It'll be a tough fight if I take that thing head on. A weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
Es que el 4K también tiene que ver con el hecho de cuántos píxeles más caben en el espacio. O sea, la resolución tiene que ver con los píxeles. Por eso si ven un cuadro de referencia de 4K, ven que ponen el recuadro, el rectángulo de la televisión y ven que 1080 es un cuadro que es como la tercera parte y 720 es como la cuarta parte. Entonces, la resolución también tiene que ver con el aspecto exponencial de cuántos píxeles le caben al espacio. El píxel se está haciendo más chiquito, eso es lo que quiero que entiendan. Aparte, un píxel son unidades de entre 9, 12 y hasta 16 LEDs o luces independientes. Son las que generan o las que rellenan el color junto con las de al lado. Entonces, la resolución también tiene que ver con eso.
Shields down. It's on the move. All right, next idea.
Ya están escaneaditos. Es que la resolución no tiene que ver con el tamaño de la tele. Tampoco tiene que ver eso. No, porque las resoluciones ya vienen predefinidas. Porque ya existían las teles de 65 pulgadas. Eran las del LCD. Porque te daban 1080 y no te digo porque yo me tocó verlas. Sí, porque había teles de 55 pulgadas de ¿qué eran esas? De plasma. Y eran 1080. Había teles de 40 pulgadas de 1080.
Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that.
Sí, hay monitores de 4K, güey, pero están carísimos a la verga. Son muy caros los monitores de 4K, güey. Muy caros. O sea, yo quise comprar uno de 24 pulgadas y me salió lo doble de lo que me salió esta tele, güey. Y si voy a ser completamente honesto, esta tele es corriente, güey. No es la mejor tele que... ¿Cómo se llama? Sí, no son carísimos, güey. De hecho, estaba viendo una de 24 pulgadas curva, güey. Tele de monitor 4K.
Not until I take another look at the weapon that blew up.
Le estaba viendo ese monitor, lo venden en un lugar que se llama Mi PC Computación. Sí, la mía sí. Pero no es así como que la mejor tele 4K del mundo. La compré por el precio, güey. O sea, porque sí, la tele es buena. Es una Hisense de 43 pulgadas. No. Que es enorme.
Damn it.
43 pulgadas se me hizo un chingo, güey. Pero ya no le iba a conseguir más chica, güey. O sea, ya no hay de 4K de 39, no hay de 4K de 40. Son full, güey. Y por eso me la compré, güey, porque dije... La Hisense sale buena, la LG ya no la he probado, porque a mí en el tiempo que me tomó probar la LG era mala para los videojuegos. Era una tele que nadie recomendaba para videojuegos.
Where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room. Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare?
Mira, ahí el problema va a ser de que el 4K y el 8K sufren de lo mismo, güey. Cuando salieron las teles 4K, güey, no había material, güey. No había medio.
Booting up.
Yo tengo una Hisense de 32 pulgadas. Que fue la que jubilé para darle entrada.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster
Por lo menos no
rendered it
para uso
uninhabitable.
comercial, güey.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. on the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system.
Exactamente, güey.
But why?
Toda tecnología emergente tiene que estar estandarizada, si no, no es usable. Si no existe un estándar, güey, no puedes usarlo. A duras penas, nos estamos acostumbrados al 4K, güey.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that?
Sí, 2K. Porque ya 1080 ya va de salida, ¿eh? Lo están 1080 ya lo tienen como una tecnología low cost.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities.
Porque la misma tele la misma tele pero de Full HD cuesta como 4,000 pesos.
Went along with it. They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant
es un producto low cost. 1080 es un producto low cost. Yo he visto teles de 50 pulgadas de 1080 de $100. De menos de $100.
For their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation.
A 4K todavía le queda mucho tiempo porque el material 8K no es común.
Surprise.
De hecho es mucho menos común. No. Existen monitores, pero teles no.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
Según tengo entendido, nada más hay monitores 2K. Teles no.
I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think.
Monitores de celular. De hecho, sí hay monitores de celular 2K.
Transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once.
Es que no puede haber un 4K
en setting up a perimeter energy
es muy difícil meter 4K en una pantalla más chica de lo que es, porque el tamaño del 4K ya está estandarizado. O sea, para la tele ya está estandarizado.
What's inside the base?
Por eso es más común el 2K.
So they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit, plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eleuthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
But Bane is dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eleuthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eleuthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth.
El 3D fue una tecnología muy buena, pero fallida porque era muy cara. Y la verdad es que causaba más problemas que entretenimiento. Hay gente que no lo aguanta.
Stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA.
Ten en cuenta que tiene 3 teles de 3D. 3 teles de 3D y 3 reproductores de Blu-ray de 3D. Solo él aguanta eso.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface.
El kill son
Was this
3.
archive you mentioned part of that?
Yo me acuerdo que fue en 3 del kill son 3.
Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars
chido, no
of
me
the
lleva tan
archive, would assign me learning modules and
No, fíjate que a mí
evaluate my progress.
nunca he tenido problemas de ese pedo.
Those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location! Of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now!
Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia.
Sí, solo fueron exclusivos. No, sí hubo juegos de 3D. Creo que el Resident Evil 5. Ah, no, el Resident Evil 5 tenía move. No tenía 3D.
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Ow! That is focused thing's trying to kill me.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Está haciendo el pendejo de
I know. That makes you want to punch something. More like someone. You're the one that helped me find it.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's 2 of me now.
There's 2 of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Hay que ir. Al mar de arena.
Making good use of this.
Out of the way!
Race? They definitely don't sound like rebels.
You!
Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
Negativo, estamos en una misión. Mucha de la tecnología emergente tiende a tener la bronca esta de que al no ser entendida o al no tener un desarrollo correcto, se termina olvidando, que fue lo que le pasó al 3D. Y fíjense que curiosamente la compañía que hace este tipo, la que más hace ese tipo de desarrollos de Sony, es la que más le invierte ese tipo de desarrollos. En buena manera porque son cosas que se pueden hacer. O sea, no solamente es por el hecho de que sea un capricho de decir, ay, vamos a crear tecnología para ver si la vendemos, sino porque en realidad es tecnología que, si no, por ejemplo, la tecnología de las SD, que nadie daba un peso por las tarjetas SD. Y no apuntó las placas de la estúpida que me persiguió.
They definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed.
Por ejemplo, la tecnología de hecho la tecnología de reducción de espacio en las memorias, ahora sí que suena bien pretencioso y bien claro, pero se la debemos a Sony. Le debemos a Sony que haya...
Sí,
es que exactamente es eso, o sea... La investigación y desarrollo de esas tecnologías se vuelve más costoso. Por eso iba al ejemplo de... Iba al ejemplo de... Iba al ejemplo de las tarjetas SD. Sony fue uno de los principales artífices de que esa tecnología, ¿cómo se llama? De que esa tecnología fuera realidad. ¿Por qué? Porque las tarjetas fue ahí donde empezó la disminución del tamaño de los ¿cómo se llama? De los dispositivos y el aumento en la capacidad del almacenaje.
Stuff for the stash.
Bienvenidos a Las Vegas.
Gaia said this is where I'd find Poseidon, but the ruins out here are exposed to the elements.
Nintendo. Ah, no es cierto, mi primera consola fue un Atari.
So maybe Poseidon is underground.
No me acuerdo cuál fue.
That's true. I might be able to find a way down through one of these structures.
No me acuerdo cuál Atari fue, si el 3600. Ah, de hecho ahorita el ¿cómo se llama? Mira, ¿qué es el Cyberpunk? Está bien barato en Amazon, está como en 3.25 o 3 y algo. Cómprenlo. Y aprovechen que la actualización va a estar, es gratis. Cerdit. Porque también quiero conseguir un Uncharted 4 para poderlos tener los dos y descargar las versiones digitales. Voy a pagar la actualización del nuevo. ¿Es el Velayo? No, es el París. Está en la torre, ¿qué? La Sky. Tengo un cuate que ver a Las Vegas el mes que entra, como lo odio.
I better check it out.
Sí, yo tengo, pero pues para tener los dos, porque te digo que el Uncharted 4 me lo volaron. El Uncharted 4 me lo terminaron volando. Lo presté y el güey se cambió de ciudad y luego te lo deposito el juego. Nunca me depositó ni madre.
Camping here.
Esos eran.
I almost had him. I was so close. To drowning, maybe. Not to the embers. Moreland, it's over. Well, not for me, it's not. And you're going to die. Alone. Because we're not sticking around to fish out the corpse. We're through.
So the visionary's fate hung in the balance. Would he choose life or succumb to deadly delusion?
Hello. So, there's an ancient city under the sand, but it's flooded.
Suddenly a Norris spear maiden disappear.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're not typical Delvers. That's for sure. What's this?
I call it a diving bubble. This is the Mark I. The Mark II was better, but it got stuck halfway down. Air tube snagged.
You went down in that.
Yeah, I hardly expect a layperson to understand.
Because that's pretty smart.
I'm sorry. May I remind you, you got stuck inside and nearly drowned.
It'd have to be portable, though. Machine kneecap, maybe?
Well, you'd need a filter.
Synthetic membrane would do it. With a hose to a
compressed air capsule. Hammer and tongs.
What is this? What is happening here? What? Get over here. She's a stranger.
You got a name?
Aloy.
Moreland. Not a stranger anymore.
You're a damn fool.
Come on. I got the original schematics over here.
Oh, well, hold on. Just a couple of questions first.
Fair enough. Partner?
Partner?
Chinga madre.
Don't mind him.
What's so important down there that you'd risk your life?
Well...
Moreland, I'm not interested in salvage, okay? Whatever you find below is yours.
Well, all right. Then what if I told you we were delving for the most spectacular treasures ever scribed by man or maid?
I'd say get to the point.
No nonsense. I like it. Behold, an ember.
Looks like a piece of junk.
Oh, now, yes, but with a proper spark. These magnificent creations of the old ones paint mesmerizing pictures in the air, and the ruins below us are full of them. A feast for the eyes beyond description. This is my old Gramps promised me.
How did your grandfather discover these embers?
He was here. 40-odd years ago. He was one of the first to lead a delving party into the West. He discovered the ancient city around us, plumbed the depths of this very structure. He found the hollow underneath and the glowing embers all about. Took as many as he could and brought them home. He always wanted to come back and get more, but, well, never scraped up the shards. What he really wanted to do was use the embers to put on a show. One unlike the world has ever seen.
Sounds like quite a guy.
He was a true delver. And a true showman. And I miss him. But I will do him proud. I will gather the embers and put on a spectacle that would have amazed even him. With your help, of course.
So what exactly happened down there?
It was a delve like no other. A chance to follow my old Gramps' footsteps. Beneath this structure here is an enormous hollow, a dome protected from the sands. We built this elevator here to ensure easy egress and exit. It's quite a contraption, actually, and not so easy to...
Right. Again. What happened?
At the bottom, we beheld the treasure my Gramps first discovered. Painted images in the air of every description. Dancing women, games and coins and promises of jackpots. I don't know what that is, but it's gotta be good.
Descubriste un casino, güey.
Something went wrong. The images turned nautical.
A mí en cuate me vende la versión física del Play 5 en ¿qué? 600 pesos nuevo, güey, pero...
Strange underwater dream.
Voy a ver si esta semana me decido la gana.
Yes. Wow.
Es que en serio, todo... No he calado The Last of Us 2 en Play 5. No he calado God of War Play 5. No he calado Spider-Man en Play 5. No he calado Death Stranding en Play 5, no he calado Ghost of Tsushima. No he calado nada.
So water just shot up from the floor and filled the place up?
It was a raging flood unlike anything I've seen. We ran like forge fire and barely made it up the elevator as a wave just crashed beneath us. Shaken, but not stirred, I built the diving bubbles Mark 1 and Mark 2. I tried the descent in each, but I nearly drowned both times. Abaddon's beside himself. He thinks I'm insane. But I can't give up now. I've come too far. And the embers are just barely within my reach.
Well, maybe I can help.
Yeah. Maybe you can.
You guys don't seem like average delvers.
We're not really delvers at all. We're showmen.
Like, performers?
You're Nora, and thus unfamiliar with the arts. We stage spectacles all around the claim. Stemmer tells stories, which I augment with all manner of sounds and fireworks, and Abaddon, he, well...
Complains?
He handles the money, which amounts to about the same thing. When we delve, it's to find gear for my theatrics. Which makes this delve the most important one of all.
So these embers project images?
Paintings of light. It's amazing stuff. This one showed the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, beckoning all to a buffet of lobster and succulent beefs. I must have watched it about 100 times as a child in my old Gramps workshop.
What happened to it?
Over time, they die out. I cried the day that this one's light faltered. But there are many more below, as you'll see if you get down there like I did and my old Gramps before me.
How deep is it? Can't I just swim down?
Only if you have gills. You can stack 50 kegs in that shaft.
Leave it to the Oseram to measure something in kegs.
Talking liquid depths. I'd say it's apt.
After not, sounds too deep to hold my breath.
Hence, our new invention.
I'd better get after those parts.
There's a fully intact compressed air capsule in the Mark II, but like I said, it's stuck in the shaft.
If you made it back up alive, I should be able to swim down that far.
All right. As for the other parts, Stemmer scouted a herd due south of here that should have what we need.
I'm on it.
Great. I'll come back when you get the gear. Good hunting.
According to Moreland, the herd should be south of here. It's some kind of drone. Is it watching over this area? Might have some useful data. But how to get up there? Shoot it down.
There.
¿Qué más, señores? ¿De qué más podremos platicar? Les decía de este asunto de que hace 20 años empezó este pedo de reducir los tamaños y aumentar las capacidades.
Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. There. Tracks should lead me to the herd.
Están bien fáciles de conseguir, bueno, relativamente fáciles. ¿Sabes a dónde vayas? A las casas de empeño, güey. Lo que pasa es que ahorita los están usando para hackearlas, güey, sobre todo las Slim, güey. Yo te recomiendo que te des una vuelta a una casa de empeño o que busques en el marketplace de Facebook, güey.
There's the herd. I should have the parts I need. Machine's weak to fire.
Sí, güey, porque van a estar, son relativamente fáciles de encontrar y están a precio más o menos accesible.
More machines? Better deal with them first.
Y fíjate que no me lo tomen a mal, pero aunque estuviera pirateada, con que le sirviera la unidad de disco, eso no importa. Las Nakalur. O sea, no estoy diciendo que se compren un piratea en la consola, sino que si consiguen una en el estado en el que esté mientras funcione.
It looks like the herd's caught between those sand spirals. I could use that to my advantage. electronic memory is the right size, but it's ripped. Gotta try another machine. Out there.
Ay, no seas cabrón. Pues sí, era lo bueno, lo chido de ese modelo es que tenían los 500 GB de almacenaje. Mi PlayStation todavía es, el PlayStation Slim, el que tiene mi contador todavía es de 120.
It looks like the herd's caught between those sand spirals.
¿No hay algo que les haga más daño a las máquinas? Sí, pues sin pedo. Esos ya son bien raros, güey. Ya no funcionan tan chido, güey. ¿Qué es esto? Sí, güey, por eso también no es como muy buena idea andarse haciendo chachitas mentales de que los vas a conseguir, güey. Pues sí, de hecho esa idea del lector externo también es del PlayStation 2 Slim y del... Pues el PlayStation 1 sí era externo, güey.
Could use that to my advantage. Bridgewater ammo will make this easier.
Xbox sí medio mejoró los modelos posteriores. Para mi gusto, el mejor modelo del 360 es el Elite. Sí, el Elite, el que era como un FAT, pero el negro. Ese para mí es el mejor modelo de 360 que sacaron. Sí, pero sí, yo también tuve una y esa fue de las de Xbox. Fue la que más me duró.
It looks like the Hood's caught between those sand spirals. Could use that to my advantage. One synthetic membrane. Better check the other machines. One of them might have a kneecap I can use. The kneecap. Good. Okay, that takes care of the machine parts. Just gotta grab the compressed air capsule from Moreland's diving bubble.
De hecho, aquí en mi ciudad yo tengo un cuate que repara No, pues la mía duró 15... Mi PlayStation 2 duró 15 años antes de que se le chingara ya el láser definitivamente, güey. Sí, lo que pasa es que ya no le pude conseguir el láser del tipo. Y... yo no le pude comprar el láser del mismo y dije, pues ya, a la chingada. Pues aquí la tengo guardada. Y luego compré una Slim. Y la Slim ahorita la tengo prestada. De hecho tenía dos Slim. Una la vendí y la otra la presté. Si yo puedo decir que a una consola le metí un chingo de horas por PlayStation 2. Incluso creo que le metí más que a PlayStation 3 con el online.
We'll find a way to get the embers. I know we will. What can I do for you, partner?
This thing now. Where to get back to Moreland? I've got everything I need to build the
incredible diving mask.
I think diving mask is enough.
I won't quibble. The workbench is all yours.
De hecho, quiero conseguir una carcasa de una PlayStation 2 Fatboy para hacer un arcade.
Whoa. There's a marvel. If it works, you'll let me try it? I want to get down there and get those embers.
Assuming I don't drown.
So what are you really looking
Yo la
for down
PlayStation
there?
2 la tuve como a los 4 años de que salió. Cuando yo estaba juntando para la PlayStation 2, a mí me la iban a traer Estados Unidos y me iba a salir como al precio en dólares, costaba creo que $300. Pero mi mamá se enfermó y cayó muy grave y la hospitalización y ¿cómo se llama? La hospitalización me salió bien cara y me tuve que esperar 3 años para juntar otra vez dinero para comprarme la PlayStation 2.
And the roar of water surging in.
Wait, a flash of red?
A red light from a spot near the grate on the floor where the water burst through. It was like a beacon.
Or a warning. Thanks. That might help.
I hope it does. And good luck down there.
Okay. Time to see if this thing
que viene el camión de la
works.
basura.
So far, so good. I can actually breathe down here. Diving mask seems to be holding up. I've never
never been able to swim this deep before. Nautical lights. Must be the science doing. That looks like a way out. The sun is down here somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding. All of it's encased in a dome. Red light.
Alert. Critical flooding detected. Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump nodes is required. The purge can then be triggered at the pump maintenance station.
If I do this purge and drain all the water, I can fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first. According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here. There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node. No machines down here. I'll swim around them. Stick to cover. I can't reach the ledge from here. Maybe something I can climb to get out.
A mucha gente no le gusta que les desafíen los cánones, güey. Por eso hay veces que hay versiones de los juegos originales, nuevas versiones que a mucha gente no le gusta porque dicen, la original. Pues, A lo mejor sí, o a lo mejor no, digo, porque hay cosas que envejecen bien y cosas que envejecen mal, güey. Y el problema es que también tendemos este pedo de que recordamos las cosas de una manera distinta a las que en realidad fueron cuando las vemos. Que vamos a decir, cabrón, yo no lo recuerdo así, güey.
One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node. According to the map, the second node should be on the other side of the dome. Shouldn't use frost on it. Another access point. Should get me to the second node.
Y Mafia 1 yo no lo jugué. De hecho, los Mafias yo no lo jugué.
Let's see if that helped. Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station. According to the map, the maintenance station should be at the south end of the dome. Red light in that tower. Just like at the console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. But how to get in? Looks like part of this building collapsed. There might be a way in. I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge.
¿Qué te lo impide, güey? Pues ahí está. Yo sí tenía curiosidad por ese juego cuando salió, pero ese como yo nunca lo jugué ninguno de los Mafia. Dicen que el chido era el 2.
This looks promising. There should be a console in here. There. Time to dry this place out.
Pues sí le tengo curiosidad, güey.
That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the dome. And once I get past it, I can get to what's waiting on the other side of the door. Poseidon. I guess the purge didn't get rid of all of the water. Armor in this heat.
En 2007 arribaron en Stardust. Los Max Payne sí los jugué. De hecho, el único que me falta jugar es el 3. El único Max Payne que me falta jugar es el 3. Dicen que está muy chingón, güey.
Left these machines behind. I could sneak by them. Deal with the big one first. Going gently. Poseidon is through there. Where did
El 2 estaba muy bueno, güey. Fíjate que a mí un juego que me gustaba mucho que era el de PlayStation 3. Que era el Stranglehold, que fue de los primeritos que salió para PlayStation 3.
Come on. Hey, was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get the Embers with that around.
As the scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast, they knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Pues sí, pues nomás ahora que lo consigue.
Okay, stay up here and start firing when I engage.
Cabrón.
Come on, gentlemen, get a move on.
You guys all right?
More than all right. We did it! All the Embers we could ever want, and it's all thanks to you.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, you know, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
No, Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little reveling. Though we should probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
Fíjate que no siempre
Very
todos los juegos son
taking some of the embers
o
upstairs.
son necesarios los remakes o los
Holler if you need us.
remasters, porque en cuanto a cuestiones comerciales no todo es viable. Yo ya se los he platicado que a veces las empresas deciden si sí o si no vale la pena algo.
Poseidon should be somewhere beyond this door. Time to bring it home. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it.
I can't do it. I can't give up on this place.
I should be able to use that
I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for run for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot. But maybe someday, against all odds, someone will find this place again. Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right. I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. Moreland and crew must have headed back up top. With all the embers they could carry, I bet.
El saldo y las suscripciones son aparte, güey. Es que creo que las tarjetas de Plus que existen ahorita sirven, pero para el puro Essentials, güey. O sea, las tarjetas que sobreviven ahorita de Plus son para Essentials nada más, güey. Tengo entendido. Pues es que yo la verdad le voy a meter esencial, güey. Yo quería extra, pero... No, güey, no mames. Mucha lana.
An elevator. Morlun must have built this before the place flooded. Might still work. Be nice not to have to climb back up.
Es que digo, el asunto sería comprar una tarjeta y saber cuánto te da de tiempo, güey. Imagínate que yo le he venido pagando a precio completo desde que lo anunciaron, güey.
Oh, the show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
His dream realized. His old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the Embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the Claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen.
Pues quieren revivir Las Vegas.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve is a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
Juegos con este tipo de mensajes hacen falta un chingo, güey.
Moreland and crew's gonna stay. Maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia. But I might want to find that Oseram camp first. See if Delano made it. And with my new diving mask, I can swim as deep as I need to. Like at those deep water sites I found earlier.
Se supone que esto es Las Vegas, güey. Y se supone que por acá está San Pancho. Pero pues no manches, si está lejos Las Vegas de San Francisco, güey. Que yo sepa. Están lejitos. Se supone que esta es la bahía de San Francisco, güey. Todo este pedazo debe ser la bahía de San Francisco. Que no puede haber un lugar en la Tierra con más pinche niebla en este mundo. Utah, Nevada y California, según yo. Sí, está grande con madre. Según yo es Utah, California y Nevada. Pues el mapa del Spider-Man es... ¿Qué? Escala... Es 1:20 de la isla de Manhattan. El de Spider-Man. Porque la isla de Manhattan de norte a sur mide 21.2 kilómetros de largo por 4, no, por 6 y algo kilómetros de ancho.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called...
Sí, es 5 veces más larga que ancho.
I see you have recovered Poseidon.
Sí. A ver si es cierto. Aquí no viene nada. Ah, sí, miren, aquí está el mapa.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Aquí está el mapa.
Got it.
Y sí se ve encabronadamente más grande que el primero. Todavía tengo los códigos, no los he cambiado. Creo que dan una armadura, no sé si sirva de algo esa armadura.
Hey Gaia, it's me.
Hello, Aloy. Did you wish to continue our discussion?
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while.
Los manuales eran un buen añadido, güey. Yo tengo muchos juegos con manuales todavía
adentro.
dentro.
Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up.
Todos los juegos de mundo abierto de ¿cómo se llama? De Rockstar han tenido mapa.
Why did Ether
El Bully
take
lo
up
tiene, por ahí
residence
lo
in
debo
an
de tener.
ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. The one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there. Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified. As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Faro, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important. Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it now?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, I am operating at less than 35% of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus still exceeds this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me, rather than the other way around. A merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many more subordinate functions is that gonna take?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.
You said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Correct. Unlike the other subordinate functions, which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So when the time comes to subdue it, how do we make that happen?
I do not know. While you are retrieving the last subordinate function, Beta and I will attempt to find a solution.
Lo van a quitar el servidor en línea. Van a quitar el servicio en línea.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes. and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines, attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology.
Es una cuestión de ego, no de ¿cómo se llama? Es una cuestión de ego, no es una cuestión de apoyen.
It means you have a conscience, as Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Sí, es que 1800 lanas es un chingo de lana.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines, attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience, as Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Yo sí le estoy pensando gal. Madres.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over.
De repente las preventas en Amazon son como 15% más baratas.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why?
No va a ser un
Given their
error.
technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground. So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the system's design through him, despite his failure.
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to
También
get back.
la de Last of Us, la parte 1, la Firefly, güey, estuvo en los primeros lugares de venta y ese sí, así le pica así. Compra. No alcancé. A los 2 minutos de que la habían anunciado ya no había nada.
I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
Ya la voy a parar porque ya es tardezón.
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
I can take a look if you want.
Nah, usually works if I just flick it a few times.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
Yo también perdoné el Battlefield
4,
5.
Whenever I wanted to take my
El
mind
5.
off things.
Me tardó como 3 días porque venía de Estados Unidos.
There's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me. In a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda a while back. I think she knew Elizabeth Sobek.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage?
She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone. So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls, crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave. You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
It didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis.
Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
No. Any information about them was redacted.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Vamos a grabar porque esto ya se acabó por el día de hoy, señores.